Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Sunday baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the New York Yankees. John Shambi with you alongside Chris Singleton. So the Houston Astros have already won the series, and now they go for the 4-game sweep, Chris. It's been a lopsided series so far.
Yeah, they've clearly been the better team, and I expect them to come out today looking to tie a bow on this series. And on the other side, most teams run into at least a 3-game sweep at some point, but not every team looks back at a 4-game sweep at the end of the year. And I'll say this, as a player, it's especially frustrating when the losses keep coming against the same team. So if they can salvage a win today, this series won't go down quite as sour.
First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway and towing the slab, Garrett Cole.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Leading off the afternoon for Houston, the center fielder, Gary Cox.
The wind of the pitch. In the dirt, and this one is off and running.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
The 1-0. That one fouled off. Left field. And makes the grab. And there's one away.
Batting second.
Now we check out the Astros lineup.
Michael Brantley.
Here's Michael Brantley. And first offering is fouled off. Nice warm day here. Good baseball weather. Does that change anything, Chris, especially for the hitters?
Absolutely. You feel so much more comfortable at the plate. You're not worried about getting jammed on fastballs inside part of the plate. You can kind of be more selective instead of just looking out away so that you can get the barrel to it. And that part, you can get on the inside part of the plate as well.
In the air, left side. Makes the grab for the second out.
Batting third, the catcher, Diego Corona.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
A swing and a soft liner. That gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. That one probably had no business ending up as a base hit, but he got just enough of it to muscle it to the outfield, and that pitch was well in off the plate. A tough one to handle, but he gets rewarded. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Cole a check to first. Corona back on a dive. And now, number 11. In there for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Cole with a move to first. Corona back in standing. The pitch. In the dirt, but kept close. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Righty delivers.
Nope, outside.
Two outs and one in scoring position. Fought off foul. Next pitch misses. Full count now. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Man at second. Left field, way back there. That one's carrying. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. The run comes across, and the Astros score first. It's 1-0.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now it's the rookie first baseman, number 30. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch misses way outside.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Left-hand hitter waits. The 2-1 is high. And it's filled up.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
First inning and already up to 23 pitches. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Rizzo, inning over, and it could have been worse. Astros pick up a run on the RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back in the Bronx. And on the hill here today, Yohan Esposito. And singing, it's not hard to see, he's been outstanding.
Well, you just take a look at the numbers, ERA in the low ones. He's clearly been one of the best pitchers in the league this year. I mean, just dynamic stuff. It's electric as well as comes through the zone, hitters trying to figure out what he's doing. So hard to think with. And the only bad thing for him is that your ERA can really only go up. It's hard to take it down lower unless you throw a shutout. So we'll see what he's got in this one.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa takes a strike as he leads things off. The next offering misses. 1-1.
1-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu.
Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
And that's in there for strike one. Next pitch is downstairs.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball is a great pitch from a right-hander to a right-handed batter. Just really teases the inside part of the plate, runs in on the hands.
And here it comes.
Ball inside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a foul ball.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back at Yankee Stadium, now it's Yordan Alvarez.
Leading off for the Astros, the left fielder, number 44, Yordan Alvarez.
The wide to kick the pitch. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Swings through that one. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. Next pitch, not close, up high.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
And now it's even up.
2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Swing and a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And stepping in for the Astros, Kyle Tucker.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
I love that Garrett Cole is sort of a throwback guy out there on the mound, sort of that classic power pitcher. He's going to attack with that fastball, move it all around the edges of the zone, and when he has to, fill up the strike zone with confidence that hitters can't touch it.
First and second here, no outs. Next offering is in for a strike. Cole, of course, the first overall pick by the Pirates in the 2011 draft out of UCLA, and really blossomed as he moved from Pittsburgh to Houston in 2018. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Gallo brings it in, and that is a big first out. And now it's Alex Bregman.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
In there, and it's 0-1. Next offering is way upstairs. That hits the dirt. 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
He's going.
Double steal. That one fouled off. 2-2. Righty to the plate.
Full count. 3-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And now the center fielder, Gary Cox.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Oh, and 1 now. There's a strike at the knees.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And the 0-2. And now 1-2. Kicks and fires. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
It's Aaron Judge now. Judge having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected.
Aaron Judge.
Esposito back to work. There's the strike. And the right-hander deals. And that one fouled off. The 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. The wind and the pitch. Line drive to short and caught.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Josh.
Here's Josh Donaldson. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Next one is off the plate. Now 2-0.
He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And now 2-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That one misses in the dirt. One down, base is empty. That one hammered left field. Back there. Gone. Josh Donaldson leaves the yard. His 18th home run of the season, and it ties it up. It's 1-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate.
Batting sixth, the first baseman.
First offering misses the mark.
Rizzo.
Tied up here in the early going. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a pitch. And now the count is even. And a pitch. Fouled off. He was late. 2-2 now. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Joey Gallo steps to the plate.
Joey Gallo.
Pounding ball here, rolls foul. Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one. 2 outs. And 1 and 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Solo homer ties it for the Yankees. All even at 1 apiece. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now the DH, Michael Brantley.
Leading off for the Astros, the designated hitter, Michael.
And he deals.
Brantley.
And he takes a strike.
So important for him to control the heart rate right now. He's got to go through the heart of this lineup.
The pitch. Strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Left-hand batter waits. Stays alive. That missed inside. 1 and 2 to count.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. And a pitch. And that's downstairs and outside. In the air, right field. Judge makes the play, and there's 1 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now batting, the catcher, Diego.
So next up for Houston, Diego Corona. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. In there for strike 1.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their #1 job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
The wind of the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 away.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That one's in there, 0-1. And the 0-1. Good eye right there. 2 down, nobody on. Good eye right there.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Next pitch is outside. And the righty deals. And a foul ball. Three-two now. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Cole a check to first, and he's back in safely. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
The 2-out walk, got to erase that and really go to work on the hitter. You got to go ahead and just let him steal if he's going to. Try to create the swing and miss and get out of this jam.
Cole keeping an eye on him. And you wonder, is he in his head a little bit?
Even if the base runner doesn't steal right here, what's great is that he is dividing the attention of the pitcher and may serve to give his teammate a better pitch to hit at the plate.
Next offering is in for a strike. Number 11 leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Tapped in front of the plate. And he picks it up in foul territory. Right-hander kicks, deals. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
The pitch. And now it's 3-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And he'll pull into second safely.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez right now 3rd in the American League in RBIs. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Second and third, 2 down. Line to right, and this one could be extra bases. And now it rolls all the way to the wall. The run comes in to score from second. It's 3-1. A 2-run double.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. And that's in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Now 1-1. And a pitch. And downstairs.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And a 2-1 on the way. Out to short. Sends it across to first. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Miguel Andujar.
Leading off for the Yankees, the center fielder, Miguel Andujar.
Esposito back to work. Bounce to third. Bregman whips it across. One up, one down.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Ben Rortvedt.
Here's the catcher, Ben Rortvedt. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Kicks and deals. And misses inside.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 out. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Kiner-Falefa hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. On the ground. Over to first. That ends the inning. On to inning number 4. It's the Astros 3 and the Yankees 1. Back now in the Bronx. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Leading off for the Astros, the right fielder, number 31, Kyle Tucker.
The right-hander back to work. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The wind of the pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 now. Right through there. Got him. And that's the first out.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Here's Alex Bregman. In there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Foul ball there. The pitch. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Righty delivers. Stays alive. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Next offering misses. 3-2 now.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that's ball 4.
Well, he's normally going to fill up the strike zone and really limit base runners, but his command in this one just seems off out there. A lot more walks than he's used to giving up.
And next to hit for Houston, Gary Cox. Just 3 for 15 in a series. In there for strike 1.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Donaldson on to LeMahieu. Out there, but that's all they'll get.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Man at first, Michael Brantley getting ready to hit. And the first offering is not close. Cole a check to first. Cox back easily. Cox off of first with 2 away. Next offering is in for a strike. Cole checks on first, and he dives back in safely. Runner takes off. Ball outside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, you can't fault the defense for not paying enough attention. They threw over a few times, but he just waited it out, kept his timing. He was able to swipe the bag. Nice job of base running right there.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Cox rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores. It's 4-1.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And stepping in for the Astros, Diego Corona. First offering misses the mark. And the 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is cut on and missed at a pitch upstairs. One and two here. And that one missing low.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
At the belt and fires. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in.
Yankees, the second baseman, DJ.
The wide to kick the pitch. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The next offering misses, and it's 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Swings and misses, and 1 out now. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and they have this new ballpark that is absolutely gorgeous, but there's still some of that old school feel to it. Stanton now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Righty to the plate. This one popped up. Number 30 settles under it, makes the catch. 2 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 outs, base is empty. Here is Aaron Judge.
Yeah, you have to connect the past with the present, and they did a really nice job of the Monument Park out there where you can go and walk through and see the legends. This is New York. It is the greatest city, I would say, in the country, if not the world. So you expect them to build a ballpark that's going to be incredibly rich in that tradition.
The next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. And the right-hander deals.
Ball, that's just out.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. What about as a left-handed hitter and how short that porch is in right field? Were you ever tempted to just try and think in terms of leaning on something as a left-handed hitter and just trying to yank it over the right field wall?
I don't think I needed to be tempted to do that. I think that's all I was trying to do because I didn't have a whole lot of power.
Got him. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Yankees. And they trail it 4-1. New pitcher on here, Davy Garcia, and he has some nasty breaking stuff.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, at the plate, number 11.
Number 11.
The wind and the pitch. Misses off the inside, and it's 1-0. Movement in the Yankees pen. Michael King getting ready to go. Britton, a left-hander, also throwing. Kicks and fires. And that clips the inside corner.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
So now 1-2.
Count is 1-2.
Next pitch is outside. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Number 30 up next for the Astros. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Left-hand hitter waits. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's a big power threat. Yordan Alvarez. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. And the count 1-2. And here it comes. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they lead it 4-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Josh Donaldson's turn to hit.
For the Yankees, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
And the pitch. And there's a foul ball.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
The pitch. And ball one. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now one away.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
First baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And here is Anthony Rizzo. First offering, and it just misses. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Foul ball. And now it's 1-2. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. And the pitch. And that's down and away. Pitch misses there, and it's 3-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. got him looking. Down on strikes, and he knew it.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
And now it's Joey Gallo. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Slapped foul. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
The 0-2. And there's a ball. Next offering is downstairs. And a pitch. Stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Two down, nobody on. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Joey Gallo blasts one out. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 4-2. Singy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
Here's Miguel Andujar. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-1, no strike.
Two outs. And another ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Hit in the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. Yankees get a homer to cut the lead. It's now 4-2. Top of the sixth inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Garcia back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Chad Green getting loose out there. And the righty deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
So up next, Kyle Tucker. 4 hits and 11 tries so far in the series. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Altuve gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next offering is down low, and it's 1-1. Here comes a pitch. And a strike in there. The 1-2. And a ball evens the count. And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. One away. Now it's Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Altuve runs. In the air, left field. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, the center fielder, Gary Cox.
Gary Cox up next for the Astros. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, an at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Kicks and deals. Off the mark there, and 1-1. And he deals. Just missed.
2-1.
The pitch. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. Right-handed reliever. Ground ball. Rizzo picks it up, and he picks it up, and he'll put it in his pocket. Two now. Next offering misses down and away. The pitch. That one pushed foul, out of play, off to the left. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
And now Michael Brantley, struggling a little bit in this series. He's 2 for 12. And that's in there for strike one.
All ones the count.
Hard hit to third. And that is that. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Astros 4 and the Yankees 2. back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Ben Workvet. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
0-1. When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Next offering upstairs. The 1-1. That one pushed to the left and foul. Righty delivers. That one missed.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
The wind of the pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa stepping in now for the Yankees.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
That one the other way. Oh, great stop. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Now back, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. First offering misses the mark. Kiner-Falefa leads off first with one away. Next offering upstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
He swings and fouls one off. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
In the air, out towards left center. Cox racing over to make the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch, and he just misses. Righty to the plate, and that's a strike. At the belt and fires.
That's ball 2.
Kinder Falefa on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump. And the right-hander deals. Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Towering home run from Stanton. His 11th of the year. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-4.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next for New York, Aaron Judge. In there for strike one.
Man, he's close as he's trying to get through 6 full innings right now. He's about to throw his 100th pitch. I'd be surprised if this isn't it for him.
Tied at 4. Here's the sinker at the knees for a strike. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Noah Syndergaard, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. McCullers getting loose as well. 0-2 now. Ball one there. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That is the inning. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. All even now at 4 apiece. Chad Green ready to go. On for his 20th appearance of the year.
Number 57, Chad Green.
Top of inning number 7, leading off Diego Corona. And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to get familiar with his starting pitcher for that night. And he's getting in the cage to take his swings. That's a whole lot, and so many times goes unnoticed.
And now the 0-1. Slice down the right side.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Next offering in the dirt. Now 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
And here it comes. That one drifts inside.
Well, he might have to look for a different put away pitch right here 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And the righty deals. Stays alive. The pitch. That one misses. Full count now.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And a 3-2. Got him. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, number 11. First pitch just misses. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The pitch. Bounced out to short. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
So the throwing error puts a runner at first. Number 30 up next for the Astros. In there, and it's 0-1. One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first.
He's going.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Ball misses. Throw to second. Great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Next offering misses, and it's 2-1. That one in for a strike. 2-2.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Stays alive. Right side, handled by LeMahieu. Over to first. He's out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez now at the plate. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That one's in there. 0-1. 0-1 now. And a strike on the outside edge.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake. One guy that was really great once the count got to 2 strikes, Miguel Cabrera.
The next offering misses. And the count is 1-2. Kicks and fires. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Noah Syndergaard hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Back in the Bronx, here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Donaldson.
The wind of the pitch. And ball 1. And the 1-0. And that one pulled foul. The wind and the pitch. That's inside. Line drive caught.
Up next to the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo stepping in now for the Yankees. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cox moving under this one. Squeezes it. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, left fielder, Joey.
Here's Joey Gallo. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
The 1-0. In the air out towards right center. Cox under it and puts the squeeze on that. And that's the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. Still all square at 4 apiece. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Zach Britton. 25th appearance of the year for him.
Zach Britton.
Back here in New York, we're at the top of the 8th, and the batter now, Jose Altuve.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for guys to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
One and two now. Altuve waits. Fought off foul. And now the lefty. Way inside, gets out of the way. And a swing and a miss. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Kyle Tucker up next for the Astros.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Movement in the Yankees pen. Michael King, the young right-hander, up and throwing. The pitch. That's a strike. The 1-2. Gallo giving chase. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
1 down. And here is Alex Bregman. And that's in there for strike 1. And he deals. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. And the pitch. That one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Way inside, gets out of the way. 1 away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. And a payoff pitch. On the ground, could be 2. To second for 1. And that's 2.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Chas McCormick now in the game as he comes in as a new right fielder.
Number 20.
Back in New York. Now it's going to be Miguel Andujar.
Leading off for the Yankees.
The wide to kick the
center
pitch.
fielder, Miguel.
Slider misses outside. Good eye right there.
2-0.
2-0. That one at the knees for a strike. And a pitch. Ripped to short. Slings it across. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting. The catcher.
Ben Wortvet stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1. Line drive to short and caught.
Now batting. Shortstop. Isaiah. Tyler from right side.
Back to the top of the lineup. And up next for New York, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Now the 0-1. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Yanks held in check. This game's all tied at 4. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Gary Cox.
The center fielder.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement in the bullpen. Michael King preparing to come on if needed. Here comes a pitch.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Kicks and deals. Lifted in the air, right center field. Judge makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting. Designated hitter. Michael Brantley.
And Michael Brantley is going to come up to hit.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
In there for strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Next pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And here it comes. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next one just misses. And it's 3-2.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Fouled off left side. The pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
New pitcher for the Yankees, Michael King. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. One down, runner at first. So next up for Houston, Diego Corona. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. And the 1-0. That one fouled off. Next pitch inside, and a count 2-1. Brantley goes. Next pitch is popped up. Connor Falefa makes the play, 2-away down, and he's safe at first. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, number 11. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. In there, and it's 0-1. And there's a ball. Left-hand batter waits. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. And a 1-2 again.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bounce back to the mound. Throw on to Rizzo. That ends the frame. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. And we are tied 4-4. So bottom of the 9th, DJ LeMahieu will get things going.
Leading off for the Yankees, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Syndergaard back to work. Clips the outside corner. 0-1. Bullpen activity starting up now. Hector Neris up and loosening in the pen. Four in the 9th.
Nope, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one down the line, sneaks through, base hit, and the winning run is aboard.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. He's already homered here in this one. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball one.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
Righty delivers. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
2-0.
Winning run on base at first, no outs. And he flips a breaking ball in there, or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it, whatever it was.
Next one misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, and this one's blasted high and deep. It's on its way out of here. Ball game. Giancarlo Stanton with a blast, and the Yankees walk it off for the win.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left no runners on base. For the Astros, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 47,309. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get home safely.